In this video, we're going to talk about the power of dreaming and why dreaming matters and why it counts and how you can start dreaming today for your future life of something that you are willing to pursue. So let me finish going live on these other platforms. Let me finish going live. Today we're talking deep about dreams. Your dream is important until you identify the dream that you are chasing. So I'm gonna write it on the board and I'm gonna put the power of dreams. The power of dreams. The power of dreams. And I'm gonna show the board. I'm gonna show the board the power of dreams. One thing that's so challenging. I'm skipping steps. I'm skipping steps. If this is your first time here, welcome to an episode of Failures Knowledge Podcast, where we turn failed setbacks into successful knowledge. And it's so important to not only understand how to turn failed setbacks into successful knowledge, is recognizing how we can do it. I'm your host, Terryl Humphrey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you got your pen, make sure you got your notebook, because today is going to be an impactful conversation. So, one thing that I've learned about dreams is that you don't stop dreaming. One thing that I learned while being a kid is that I always dreamed of being an NFL player. I always wanted to play football because growing up in Little Rock, Arkansas, in the inner city, I was learning more about dreams. One day I'm going to be in the NFL. One day I'm going to play pro. One day I'm going to be a professional football player, and not knowing that there was going to be challenges that I would have to face in order for me to even dream. You see, a dream is just a thought, and in order for me to act on the dream, I have to be willing to take action for the thought that I'm willing to think about. A wasted thought is a thought that you're not taking action on. My biggest struggle when I was younger and I was dreaming was that I couldn't see the future. I couldn't plan for tomorrow. I couldn't prepare for what life was going to throw at me. And at the same time, I knew I wanted to be a pro football player. Needless to say, as I got older, I did not make it professionally. I did not go to the NFL. I didn't even play college football. But what I did learn is that at a young age, your dream is just a thought. Your dream is just a vision. Your dream is just the way you think of yourself doing. A dream is just how you see yourself doing something. It's important to dream, because the power of dreaming will show that it's possible for you to make your dream come true. And I'm like, that's the first point to hit on, is that your dream can come true, just in a different way. The power of dreams. First point number one, your dreams can come true. Your dreams can come true. Your dreams can come true. And I'm gonna write it on the board right here. Your can come true. Oh God, no, I didn't put dreams. Dreams. There we go. Put that joker right there. Your dreams can come true. And they come true a lot sooner than you could ever imagine. My biggest challenge was not knowing that the thoughts was in my head, the games that I was watching, and the action I was taking today was preparing me for my dreams. Many times in life, your dream is just something that you do on a repeated action, a repeated effort. You have to be willing to act on a dream. A dream is a thought. A dream is a vision. A dream is a goal. When you start accomplishing your dream, when you start accomplishing the work, when you start working towards your dream, life is going to show you that you're doing something right. Life has a funny way of demonstrating the route that one has to take in order for them to get to the next step. You see, getting to the next step is the most challenging thing challenging thing there is, because how do you know you want to get to the next step? How do you identify the next step that you are chasing? You see, it's understanding what you are chasing, you are preparing for. What you are preparing for, you are practicing. Even though I didn't make it to the pros, even though my height is 5'7", I was 180 pounds when I left high school, even though I tore my ACL, I had to find a new way to dream. Dreams is something that will push you. Dreams is something that will encourage you. Dreams has power behind it because it gives you something to look forward to. Your dream can come true because your dream is a thought that you are working towards. Your dream is a vision that you are seeking. Your dream is a goal that you would like to accomplish. When you accomplish your dream, life has just begun. When you identify your goal, your steps that you're taking is preparing you for so your dream can come true. I remember watching this documentary. In this documentary, it was about a DJ rapper, not DJ rapper, but a DJ, and how they travel around the world, going to different locations. And there's one particular DJ, he was playing the what's it called? He was DJing. And as he's playing music at different parties, different arenas, different organizations, he's showing his skill, he's showing his craft, and he's living his dream. You never know where you're going to be until you have a thought in your mind that you would like to pursue, that you would like to work on, and that you would like to develop. Developing the skill takes time because your dream has to be the focus. Your dream has to be the goal. Your dream has to be the driving factor that will not only push you, but it will inspire you for you to keep going. Keep going is so difficult because you have to know that what you are doing today is preparing your dream to come true. Your preparation, your practice, and your training will show that you are prepared for your dream to come true. And when your dreams start coming true, life is going to look differently. My biggest downfall was not believing that my dream can come true. Just believing that just because I played football in high school, I can potentially play college football. But I had to look life in the face. I had to look at reality of life. One, I wasn't that big. Two, I was really small compared to other football players. Three, I did not want to go through the injury process again. I'm not saying I would have got injured again. On the contrary, what I am saying is that I could have got injured again because them guys in college was a lot bigger than the football guys in high school. When you're chasing your dreams, when you identify the path that you like to go on, understanding that there's a process that you have to go through because every phase is going to teach you something different. Every grade is going to teach you something new. Every lesson is going to expose you to something of your dream. Your dream has to be put together like puzzles. You can't have a full puzzle until you grab a piece and put it together. A piece of the puzzle comes together. A piece of your dream comes together. A piece of the effort comes together for your dream to come true. You have to start with the basics. When you start dreaming your life, when you start dreaming your future, when you start dreaming the outcome that you are looking for, you never know when the outcome is going to present itself. You just have to be willing to dream because there's power in dreaming. When you understand the power of dreaming, of having goals and chasing a particular skill, life is going to show you that there's going to be different outcomes that come into your life. Life is going to present the outcomes that's there. Life is going to present the answers that you're looking for. Oftentimes in life, those are the answers that we're not looking for. I remember while being in biology, I failed biology. Every quiz, every test that we took in this class, I failed it. One, because the instructor, or to my knowledge, the instructor wasn't teaching what was in the study guide. Two, I really didn't study. I really didn't study. I'm thinking I would have a better understanding of what I'm doing based off the questions I'm asking. I couldn't even ask the right questions because I didn't even know what he was talking about. I was so confused I was so overwhelmed. And even though I failed 6 quizzes, 6 tests, and failed biology, it was so challenging for me because I didn't learn anything about biology. So then I had to go back and retake biology because failure became knowledge. Failure is knowledge. And when I failed the biology test, the biology class, I was not only failing the class, I was not learning anything. The reason why failure is knowledge is because you take that failed lesson and you turn into knowledge. You turn into wisdom. You turn into a level of understanding. Your dreams are going to be confusing when you start to chase them. As you are chasing your dreams, you get a little bit smarter. As you are pursuing your goals, you get a little bit wiser. As you are accomplishing the goals that you are setting, you start to recognize that your dream can come true. Your dream is important because there's power behind dreaming. The power of dreaming not only states your thoughts, not only identify your vision, but it recognizes that you can set goals for yourself. As you are setting goals, your dream start to appear like you can do it. Like you can make your dream come true. You just have to believe it can come true. The reason why it's so difficult to believe it can't come true is because you have to be willing to put time into the work. Even though I failed biology, when I retook biology, I ended up making a C. I wasn't trying to make an A, nor was I not trying to make a D. I was trying to pass the class. You see, your dream has to be passed every single day because the more you pass your dream, the more you start to think about the dream that you're passing on. Life is going to show you that your dream is right in front of you. You just have to be willing to retake the step that you are currently taking. You have to retake that path. You have to retake that class. You have to retake that study. You have to retake the effort that you have put into your dream to know that you never stop dreaming. As I got older, dreaming became something that I always wanted to pursue. Even though I couldn't play high school football anymore, even though I wasn't playing college football, and even though I wasn't going to make it to the pros, what other way can I start dreaming without physically playing football? And so during COVID of 2020, I started to pick up my phone. I started to record videos and I started to really empower and inspire every podcaster in the world. But it was so challenging for me because I wasn't comfortable on camera. I didn't know what to share, nor did I know how to be myself. You see, dreaming appears different in every phase that you are at. I thought I had one way of dreaming. I thought I had one way of thinking. I thought I had one way of doing a particular dream. Not knowing that every day you get up, you have a chance to discover something new. That the skill that you're discovering is the goal that's going to push you to the next phase. Your dreams never die. As we get older, as we get more mature, as we get more wiser, our dreams get on the back burner because our dreams no longer became important. Our dreams was just a thought that we did not act on. When I tore my ACL, it broke my heart because I had to learn how to walk. And I didn't know I was going to learn how to walk. I just knew I had to have surgery because my ACL was torn. I could barely walk. I couldn't even run. But the fact that I had to start over, my dreams started to appear differently. My dreams started to appear cloudy. My dreams was a blank thought because I'm constantly thinking about my injured knee. I was focused on my knee. My knee was my downfall because I had to learn how to re-walk. Dreaming is going to take a lot of efforts because you have to learn how to re-walk into your goals. You have to learn how to re-walk into your path. You have to learn how to re-walk into your direction. Your direction is not going to be as smooth as you think it's going to become. It's going to be bumpy. It's going to be curvy. It's going to be cold. It's going to be sunny. It's going to be windy. It's going to be rainy. It's going to be wet. It's going to be dry. Your dreams have different seasons that you need to go through to know that you are learning how to make your dream a reality. Reality is the most challenging thing there is because now you have to face your dream. Now you have to face your vision. Now you have to face your thoughts with no idea with what you are looking at. It's kind of like looking in a blank space. It's kind of like looking in a dark alley. You can't see what's around you. And even though you can't see what's around you, you don't know the path that you're walking. You don't know the path that you're running. You don't know the path that you are going down because your dreams is going to appear differently as you are approaching this direction. I remember this a couple weeks ago, I went running. And as I'm running, it's dark. It's 5 o'clock and 5:36 o'clock in the morning. And as I'm running in the dark, I happen to look to my right. And as I'm looking to my right, I see some eyeballs follow me. And I'm like, what is that? I can't necessarily see what is that. And the eyeballs was following me because it went from one set of eyes to another set of eyes. And I'm like, what is that? And as I'm running, I didn't get closer to it now. As I'm running, I'm looking, I'm like, what is this? It seems like the eyes are multiplying. I'm looking and I'm running and I'm seeing eyes follow me. And I said, what is that? And as I'm looking and I'm trying to see, I end up looking at cows. As I'm looking at cows, I proceeded to say, I'm in the right place. The cows was on the other side of the fence. They wasn't close beside me. They was on the other side of the fence. But as I'm running my path, as I'm running my direction, as I'm chasing my dreams, the obstacles that's to my right, I don't stop and recognize it. I proceeded to go along the journey. As I go along the journey, I started to see what was next to me. Oh, not next to me, but was on the other side of the fence. You see, your dream has to be focused on, and there's going to be distractions going to take your attention away from your goal, away from your skill, away from the dream that you are thinking about. There's a thought that you have to go through to understand that the process that you are experiencing is preparing you for your dream to come true. Your dream can't come true if you never take that first step. Your dream can't come true if you never identify the direction that you would like to go. You see, your dream can't come true because your dream is all in your head. It's all a thought and it's all something that you are thinking about. Your dream has to be taken outside of your head and place it on a plate and say, what am I pursuing? What am I looking for? What am I chasing? What do I want to become? You see, becoming is the most challenging part there is because you have to become your dream before your dream becomes reality. Reason being is because when you start to think about your dream every single day, when you start to act upon your thoughts every single day, when you start to show up every single day for your dreams will eventually start to appear right in front of you. You will no longer go past your dreams because as you're going past your dreams, you start to stop and identify what dream you're looking at, what goal you would like to accomplish, what action you need to take to get there. Just because you have a thought for your dream doesn't mean it's the end of the world. In fact, it's the beginning of the world because there's power in dreaming. There's power, the power of dreams. There's the power of dreams show that it's possible to dream big. There's a quote in the Art of the Deal, and it says, if you're going to dream, why not dream big? You have to be willing to dream bigger than you could ever think about, because it starts with you. It starts with the thought. And how do you dream big? How do you think big? How do you do big? Well, you have to start seeing something differently. You have to start understanding new information. You have to see, excuse me, you have to see a new environment. Seeing makes thinking more believable. And that's the next point I want to hit on, is that you have to see to believe that your dreams can come true. Seeing is believing. Point number two, seeing is believing. ING. Seeing is believing. Why do you need to see to believe that your dream can come true? There we go. There we go. Seeing is believing. Why do you need to see for your dream to come true? Because if you don't, growing up the inner city in Little Rock, Arkansas, not only was it a inner city in a small town, it was a town that was very limited of success. That was very limited of different options. Was very limited of people chasing their dreams, and not knowing that I was in a bad circumstance based off where I was from. Where I was from was all I knew, because of the of all the things that I knew at that time was from Little Rock, Arkansas. I thought nothing existed outside of Little Rock, Arkansas. I didn't know there were states outside of Arkansas. I didn't recognize that there's more to the world than just little bitty Little Rock, Arkansas. And so during this time, as I'm recognizing that my environment not only limited the way I thought, it gave me the thought that was around me. It made me dream around what I saw. I didn't necessarily see many big things. What I did see was that people working hard towards their goals, people going to work every single day, people going to school, people playing sports. There's more to life than playing sports, and I thought sports was gonna be my secret ingredient to seeing more. In life, you never know where the more is going to come from until you step outside of your environment to understand that your environment is all that you know. Just because you know your environment doesn't mean that you're trapped there. Just because you know and understand your environment doesn't mean that you can't leave. Just because you're from a particular place doesn't mean you can't go live to in a new place. Before I joined the Marine Corps, I knew I wanted more in life. I knew I wanted to do something different. I knew I wanted to see something different. I knew I wanted to just be someone different. And not knowing that different was gonna take time, that different was gonna take a lot of effort, that different needed to be held in a different conversation, I needed to get around someone that can communicate with me what different looks like. And so when I proceeded to go to a Marine Corps recruiting unit, my coworker, she said that she had joined the Marines. And at the time, I'm like, the Marines? Why did you join the Marines? Not understanding that there's meaning behind the branches, like the military branches. There's goals behind it. There's reasoning behind it. There's dreams behind it. And I was unsure that I was going to join the Marine Corps because I wasn't necessarily looking to join in the military. The day when I got fed up, I was working at Walmart. And when I stepped out on the floor, I was a produce associate. I'm stocking the shelves. As I'm stocking the shelves with salad. I was at the salad bar. I'm stocking the shelves with the salad bags, and I'm replacing it. And I'm standing there. And as it's 4 o'clock in the morning, there's not a lot of people in the store. In fact, there's only a couple people, about a couple, probably 10 in every department, or 10 overall in different departments. And so as I'm standing there stacking the shelves, looking at in Walmart, and I just happened to look around. As I look around, I proceeded to say, I don't see my life here for the next 20 years. Not that anything is wrong with Walmart. I just didn't see myself working at Walmart for the next 20 years. In fact, I didn't even know I was going to be there for the next year. I just knew I wanted to do something different. You see, I got into a routine, and when I got into a routine, it stopped my belief. It stopped my believing because I did the same thing every single day. I got up at 4 o'clock, got up at 3:30 in the morning, went to work at 4. Once I went to work at 4, replaced the old food with good food, and then stocked the shelves in the back. You see, this became a routine that I was really focused on because it was the only thing that I was seeing. Seeing is believing because when you see your dream, when you see something different, when you see something more, you can never unsee what you have already saw. The reason why this is so important is because the day I decided that I wanted more for myself, my life started to open because I know I was stocking shelves, I know I was stocking produce shelves, but I knew something was going to come from this. I knew something was going to be different. I knew I wanted more. If I wanted more, I had to be different. If I wanted more, I had to learn something new. If I wanted more, I had to be in a new environment. Not knowing the environment I was going to was an environment that I was not expecting to go to. But what it taught me is that when you start to dream, you start to envision what life can look like outside of your box, outside of your environment, outside of your place. Reason being because there's something deeper inside of you that's saying, I want to see more. I want to go explore more. I just want to be in a new environment. You see, the power of dreams shows that you have to leave your current environment to discover the way that you can dream for your goals. Your future relies on the way you dream today. Based off the effort that you are putting into your thoughts, what will happen from your effort will show that you are working towards a particular goal. You can never understand the goals that you are working towards unless you start to feel that you want something more, unless you start to feel that you want to do something more, unless you feel that you want to make your dreams a reality. Dreaming is so important because it shows as you are dreaming, you are thinking. As you are thinking, you are becoming. As you are becoming, you are seeing because seeing is believing. You can believe in what you see because you can no longer unsee what you have already saw, and this will increase the way you dream about the work that you would like to do, about the goals that you like to accomplish, and about the person that you would like to become. Dreams is just a thought. Dreams is something that you think about. Dreams is only a vision until you start working towards your dreams, until you start working towards your goals, until you take that first step. And speaking of dreams, there's a new documentary coming out starting with the dream. And in this documentary, I take you behind the scenes or what it takes to start dreaming big, what it takes to see something big, what it takes to see something new. Your dreams can only come from you seeing. And in this documentary, starting with the dream will not only be good for you to start dreaming, it will show why dreaming is so important. Starting with the dream documentary, be in the comment section below, be in the links below. Make sure you click it and watch the trailer because pre-orders are going out today. We have recently started pre-orders. So make sure you click that link below so you can watch it and engage with the trailer because starting with the dream is the most important thing that you can ever do because in order for you to get to the next phase, you have to start with where you are at based off their current dreams. So start with the dream documentary. Trailer is out now. Click the link below to watch it. Seeing is believing. Just like you have to see, starting with the dream documentary, there's more that comes from seeing. Seeing creates belief. Seeing creates desire. Seeing creates an undesirable belief that you can do something. Because when you see someone that resembles you, when you see something that the next person have, the only difference that the next person has from you is that they was able to dream big. Dreaming is just a thought. See, somebody had to dream to create this microphone. Somebody had to dream to create this mic. Somebody had to dream to create this marker. You have to dream to create, and as you start creating, you start to become somewhat different. You have to use your dream effectively to know that you are dreaming in a way that's going to position you differently. You can become different once you understand how to be creative. Creativity is a challenge because how do you know the effort that you are putting in, the craft that you are creating, the pictures that you are drawing, the puzzles that you are putting together will make a difference? Newsflash, you don't know, because how do you know when there's no identifier, no, when there's no identification of you searching for your dream? You see, your dream starts with you because you have to be the one to see something that a lot of people don't recognize. There's a book that called Think and Grow Rich. You see, you have to think and grow rich before you think and become rich. Reason being because there's a challenge behind changing your mindset, because the more you shift your mindset, you discover that your dreams can actually come true. And in this book, Think and Grow Rich, it explains the importance of not only thinking, but doing what you are thinking about so you can grow rich. Now, I'm not rich yet. The book is powerful. I've read it a couple times. Nonetheless, I still understand the lessons. I still understand having a desirable belief that you can make your dreams come true. Your dreams are meant to come true when you recognize that seeing is believing. You can see a movie and say, I want to be a movie director. You can see an actor really acting their movie and say, that is really good. You can see a podcaster say, I want to be a podcaster. You see, seeing is believing, because seeing comes in different forms, comes in different places, comes in different environments. You can see something different while you stay in your environment. And when you see something new, your environment will become challenging to leave. Your dream is going to push you. Your dream is going to challenge you. Your dream is going to inspire you, because you can't make it come true until you start taking the risk for your dreams to become a reality. Reality is the key of life, because the more you recognize your growth, the more you recognize your development, you become your development. You become a better environment. Becoming your dream is so important, because when you become your dream, you're doing the work to become. It's the becoming part that's so challenging, because how do you become your dream? How do you become your thoughts? How do you become someone different? You see, the reason why seeing is believing, because you have to see that you can be different. You have to see that you can accomplish your dreams. You have to see to recognize the work that you need to do. I mean, there's one time I was on the highway, and as I'm on the highway, I'm driving. And I happened to look to my right. And as I looked to my right, there was a guy driving a nice car. It was a car that I've never seen before. And so as I'm on the highway, I look to my right and I try to like wave him down, like, hey man, like, I got a question, bro. I got a question. He's looking, I don't even think he looked at me because his windows was tinted. And when I was like, okay, I'm just gonna follow him because I want to see what kind of car this is. So he get off the freeway, I get off the freeway, and he get in the right lane, I get in the left lane. I roll my window down. He rolled his window down about not even that much. And I was like, hey man, what kind of car is that? And he proceeded to, I don't remember the name. He proceeded to tell me the name of the car. And I said, man, nice car, nice car. Now, thinking about this, that was a crazy move to do. Because first off, he didn't know who I was. He saw me following him, and I was a stranger. You see, when you have your dream in your mind, it doesn't matter what it's going to take for you to get there. You have to be willing to go through and take the risk to understand and see what kind of car this is, what kind of vision this is, what it takes to get this. You see, when I talked to him, it kind of relieved his weariness, even though I wasn't even thinking like that. I'm thinking to myself, this is someone who has made it. This is someone who has dreamed. This is someone who has worked. What kind of car this is? What kind of car is this? There's a process behind dreaming. You have to be willing to do it by any means. You really have to focus on your dreams by any outcome, and you have to take that risk. You have to take that chance. You cannot talk yourself out of chasing your dreams because your dreams are waiting for you to chase to accomplish them. Life is going to show you that the more you pursue your dream, the harder it becomes. You have to be willing to take a risk. I took a risk following a stranger to just ask him what kind of car he was driving. And what I've learned is that I don't even like cars like that. So why was I so interested in following his car? I was interested in following the dreamer. The car was white, but the person that was inside of it was black. I was focused on following the dreamer. You see, you have to focus on following the dreamer because you have to see that you can dream as well. Now, I don't want the car. I don't even like cars like that, but I want the dream. I don't even like cars like that. Excuse me. I don't even like cars like that, but I see the dream. I don't even like engines like that, but I see the dream. I don't even like driving like that, but I see the dream. You see, when you see the dream, you start to see what's possible. You start to see what's possible because what's possible is doable. I remember when we stayed in Little Rock, Arkansas, inner city, a small town. As we're staying in Little Rock, Arkansas, we stayed on the street called Alice. Excuse me. And right across the street, not on our same exact street, but right across the street, there was a big old cemetery. And when we first moved down there, we drove down the street and I looked to my left. I said, why are we moving by a cemetery? I see why are we living by a cemetery. Like my mama don't know who was a single mother raising three boys by herself. She don't know that this is a cemetery. Why are we moving by the cemetery? You see, in my mind as a kid, I'm worried about the cemetery. Not knowing that the closer you get to the cemetery, nothing is going to happen. You see, I read this quote that said that I don't remember the exact stat. I think that said 90% of dreams stops at the graveyard, at the gravesite graveyard. What is it? Dang, what was the quote? 90% of dreams doesn't come true because they all at the graveyard. I'm gonna look that up to fact check that. Nonetheless, I get the point behind it. There's many people in the graveyard that didn't have a chance to pursue their dreams. I would never know them. Many people will never know them, but their loved ones, their families, they knew of them. But the graveyard is a place where dreams die. If you're outside of the graveyard, your dream should be living. You should live your dream because you have a chance to chase your dreams. Now, the direction that you're chasing is going to be confusing at first. You just have to be willing to move. One thing about the cemetery that was so scary when we stayed beside it was that it was dead people there. It was people underneath the grave. It was people underneath the ground in the cemetery. And not knowing that if you have a chance to pursue your goals, to pursue your dream, to make your dream come true, you should work at it every single day because every single day your dreams come true. Any day your dream can come true. It would just be so random to the point where it happens when it becomes true. Your dream has came from the actions you're taking. You have to be the dreamer to become the one that's different. You see, the last one I want to hit on is that you have to act on a thought. Last one here is that you have to act on a thought. Act on a thought. You have to act on a thought. And acting on a thought. Let me tell you what that means right quick. Let me know in the comments if you're getting value from this. Let me know in the comments right quick. The biggest thing that demonstrates the power of dreams is that when it comes true, when they come a reality, it comes based off the work that you are putting in today. Acting on a thought will make your dream come true. I'm not going to say quicker because it depends on the person and it's my own opinion. Nonetheless, I'm going to say in due time because the more you act on a particular skill and you gain the knowledge and you get more educated about the dream that you like to chase, life is going to show you that you have a lot of things that you do not know. In January of 2024, I went to my first business cohort. And in this cohort, it was a veterans business program that helped veterans launch their podcast. Launch their business from idea to monetization. It was called Action Zone. And in this program called Action Zone, they broke down a BMC. What a BMC is a business model canvas. BMC, business model canvas. Business, there we go. Business model canvas. Now, going along this journey, not one time have I ever heard anybody say anything about a business model canvas. And at the time, I'm like, what is this? What is the purpose of this? What is the goal of it? And they broke it down within 8 weeks, the purpose of a business model canvas. And what they explained is that this business model canvas will help you learn more about the business that you would like to have. And at the time when I went through the class, I was focused on social media. Okay, social media is great. There's so many different businesses that need marketing. There's so many different opportunities with social media. The world uses social media. We read the stat the other day and it said 3.9 billion people using social media. That's a lot of people. And so I'm like, what if everybody use social media? So at the time I was really focusing on social media. I want to have a business in social media. I want to market in social media. I just want, because I understood it last couple of years, or I've been learning the last couple of years. The biggest challenge that came from this class was the first couple of statements that the founders they mentioned. They said, if you want to serve everybody, you're serving no one. And in my head, I'm like, what you mean? If you want to serve everybody, you're serving no one. There's a lot of people that need marketing. There's a lot of people that's not on social media. There's a lot of businesses that need to be on social media. And they proceed to say, just because your idea is good doesn't mean everybody's going to like it. And it hit me. I'm like, why not? I'm thinking it's a good idea. Your dreams will have setbacks. And just because there are setbacks doesn't mean it can be turned into successful knowledge. Your knowledge comes from you failing. Your knowledge comes from you learning. Your knowledge comes from you trying. You can only become great when you understand the things that you need to learn. You have to have an open mind about the dreams that you are chasing, but because it's going to take a lot of effort, a lot of education, a lot of time. And when you put all those things together, your dream is the outcome of your goals. You can never be too soon to chase your dream, because chasing your dreams means taking a risk for yourself. When you take a risk for yourself, you become the one that's different because you're taking the risk for you. When you act on the thoughts, you're taking a risk. If I was to, I actually went to a casino a couple times, maybe twice. Not a lot of times. I don't like losing money. The first time I went to a casino, it was in 29 Palms in Southern California. And when I went to the casino, first off, I wasn't going to even go to the casino because I don't like losing money. I'm not good at gambling. I'm not about to play something I'm not good at. I'd rather go buy some candy or some chips or something like that. And so my buddies, they played, I think it was called poker, where the game is like 21 or something like that. And they was like, come on, Hump, you gonna do good. My name is Terrell Humphrey. They was like, come on, Hump. Hump is short for Humphrey. They was like, man, come on, man, you gonna do good. You gonna play and do well. I'm like, man, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not about to play that. And then we looked online. Once we looked online, they had a couple of deals. If you sign up today, you get $20 bonus. If you become a membership today, if you become a member of this casino, you get additional $10. I think it was $10, and the total came out to 20. So I'm like, cool. I don't have to put money into it. Fine by me. And so I signed up for the program, then I signed up for the casino, and I ended up getting $20. And we go to the table, and I'm asking questions before I sit down to play because this is not my money. It's my money, but it didn't come from me, but it came from the casino. But it's not my money. And so as I'm watching the people learning how to play, they say, "Okay, now we're gonna play." I said, "Huh? I don't even think I know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing." And so that was like, "Hump, you gonna be good, man. You good, bro." And so I sit down in the chair. Mind you, I had $20. The first game we played, I lost it. I said, okay, I lost maybe $5. Okay, now I'm down to 15. The next game I played, I won $5. I said, okay. Now I'm back at $20. The next game I play, I'm like, okay, maybe I can win again. So I put $10 there. So when I placed the $10 there, and they flipped the cards, they gave everyone their cards, and they flipped everybody's cards over, and mine got flipped over. I looked at it, I just lost $10. So now I'm down to $10. And so I was like, okay, maybe the game is getting closer. Maybe the game is getting a little bit difficult. Maybe the game is being cheated. Or I'm the one being cheated. Then I pass out the cards again. I put $5 there because I only got $10 left. I placed the bet at $5, and he flipped the cards over and he said, "You won." Now I didn't know that there was a pattern that you had to recognize, or there was a technique that you had to discover, or there was a skill that you had to learn. I'm thinking I just won. Now mind you, when I won again, then played higher, I lost, but I didn't learn that lesson. I won five, so I'm back at 10. And I got the feeling myself. I said, okay, I think I got it now. They passed out the cards and say, what's your bet? I had $10 up. I grabbed the coin, the little coin thing in the casino, and I placed it on $10. And I said, this is my bet. He passed out the cards, and once he passed out the cards, he flipped them over. When he got to me, he flipped it over. He said, good game, son. I said, oh, what you mean good game? I literally just got to playing. I only played 4 games. The game was so over. The game was over so quickly. I didn't know what to say, but I did get up because I wasn't going to get no extra money. And during that time, the lesson that it taught me is that when you are chasing your dreams, it's going to be a lot harder than you could ever imagine. You're going to have wins, you're going to have losses, you're going to have more wins, you're going to have even more losses. But until you figure out what you are doing, you have to continue to lose. You have to continue to win, and you have to continue to collect small wins, because when you act on a thought, you're collecting small wins. You're not going to know everything until you figure out the action that you want to take today. You see, the result comes from your dream, and your dream comes from the action. And when you start placing the work, placing the bet, taking risks for yourself, you start to understand that your dream can come true. The power of dreams demonstrate that you can become someone different. To become someone different, you have to be willing to take a risk for yourself. To become someone different, you have to be willing to act on a thought. To become someone different, you have to see in order to believe that you can become. Becoming is the most challenging thing there is, because how do you know you're becoming the right person? How do you know you're doing the right skill? How do you know? Until you start, until you begin, until you take that first step, you will never know, because your dream will remain in your head. The power of dreams demonstrate the importance of acting on your thoughts. Your dream can come true until you are willing to do the impossible. And the impossible is starting when you don't know anything. The impossible is starting when you don't have the skills. The impossible is finding a way to put yourself out there. You have to take risks for your dreams to come true, because when your dreams come true, it's based off the risk that you've taken for yourself. When your dreams start to collect, and you start building the small wins, and you start building the losses, and you turn the failed setbacks into successful knowledge, because failure is knowledge. Your dreams becomes the focus, the work becomes the determination, and the effort becomes the action that you're putting behind your dreams. The power of dreams gives you something to work towards. The power of dreams gives you belief. The power of dreams demonstrate that you can become someone different. Because when your dreams can come true if you believe they can come true. Your dreams can come true if you are willing to do the work. Your dreams can come true when you understand that they only come true based off the effort that you're putting into yourself. You have to see yourself accomplishing your dream, because seeing is believing. As you are seeing, you have to learn how to believe, because as you are learning how to believe, your dreams become more visual. And just like you're walking down a tunnel with no light, eventually, the more you walk down the tunnel, the darkness will turn into light. But you have to remain in darkness in order for your light to come on. Because as your light is coming on, you have to act on a thought. Take that action, take that leap of faith, take that risk, because you never know where you're going to end. And you never know where you're going to start. You never know who you're going to become. Just know that there's power of dreams. There's power of dreams, and there's power of dreams. So if you got value from this and really enjoy watching this podcast episode, make sure you hit the like, leave a subscribe. And before we even go to the next point, let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts about dreaming, and how important do you think they are? Let me know in the comments. I would love to read, love to engage with it. Also, if you haven't yet, click this video right here to watch more videos on how to turn failed setbacks into successful knowledge, because failure is knowledge.